Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
I'm Ryan Seymour, king of Comic Town.
What? Yo, it is the holiday season. We are the week of Christmas.
Yes.
And strangely enough, no one took the week off.
Right?
When it came to producing books.
Everybody had a good book this
Wow.
week. Source Point, IDW. Like we'll get into it, but like everybody had a good book
Lots
this
of
week.
readings. Lots of readings. I literally had to put some books back because we only have so much time and space and energy to talk about these things on the show. So, woo! Okay, so luckily though, in a strange bit of fate, our honorable mentions?
The same.
What? When was the last time that's happened? It's
been a while.
Last week though. Like I can't even remember. But no, I do think it's been a while. So, based on that, we've got 2 number 3s, 1 number 4. Where do you want to start?
I don't know. That's tough. Let's do Scarenthood. Just because I feel bad for the person who has to do the lettering.
Ooh. So true. But not in a bad way.
Yeah.
So we've got Nick Roche on story and art, Chris O'Halloran for colors, Sean Lee, you are a legend.
Yeah.
Absolute legend. This one's from IDW. This is such an amazing piece. So it's kind of this, I don't even know how you want to put it. Like it's spooktacular for sure.
Yes.
You've got this like evil presence affecting this dad who's essentially a single dad.
Yeah.
But we get more into this. Like there's some major pieces
stuff
here. But it's like this group of parents that kind of found each other, and this strange 80s style adventure has kind of brought them all together.
Oh, like Stranger Things, but for parents.
Good call.
Yes. There's the way that Nick is seamlessly meshing like what we typically think of as like your like demonic possession and haunting and stuff with like the Irish mythology is so cool.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And speaking of the Irishness of it all, that is the point of saying that Sean is a legend because everything is written in like dialectal speech.
Yeah.
So you have to like letter it as though it's being said as you hear it. It's like literally a book of sound effects. So
if you're not familiar with Gaelic, like certain like the was it Shana? I always mispronounce this. Not that I use the word all the time, but it's like Shanana.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't. Did I say that right?
Shana. And then just spell check, just being like, your computer blows up.
Right. Or one of my favorites is FOOKIN, which is a curse, but you have to say it the right way because otherwise, just like, that's not a yes.
It is. It's just it's phonetically spelled.
Yeah. It's phonetically. So it's so brilliant. This one, I feel like we got a real deep dive into one character. I don't want to give it away.
Yes.
Into their perspective, which I always love it when the previous issue gives you one take and then you see it from another angle and you realize like how wrong it was. Yeah. Like that's always brilliant, or how right it was. It depends on really what you're looking at. So this one, it's still growing in terms of the camaraderie. Like the team hasn't formed yet, which is dope.
Yeah. And what almost breaks them apart actually becomes the thing that's beginning to pull them even closer together.
Literal binding spells.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that thing. No, it's not okay. Not okay.
No, not okay at all. But I did love it.
Yeah.
I did love it. This is again one of those books it's actually kind of long, but
it's
meaty.
There's no ads, I don't think either.
Right.
So it's just this continuous, really, really good read that you never have to be like, oh, that's an ad for a Snickers bar.
Yeah. All of a sudden.
Yeah.
Thanks, Batman. I don't even know why. Why does Batman even need a Snickers? Like, how come he doesn't have his own Wayne Core brand?
Like a bat? Like,
yeah. Like, come on, get out of here.
Joker just needs a Snickers.
It would change everything.
He wouldn't be a murderous, like, hey, man.
You're just hungry.
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, you're right. Harley's like, I've been trying to tell you. But no, definitely grab Scarenthood. Again, only 3 issues in, so there's a lot to read and get in this world that it's not going to cost you a whole bunch.
Yeah.
Like, this is good stuff.
And if you missed out on number 1 initially, second print number 1 hits the shelves this week also.
Boom. Come on. That's super easy for you. Okay, which one do you want to go for next? If we want to go like in order of degradation,
But I love that one.
I know,
that was
I
one
know,
where, like,
I
should it
know.
go up top?
Do you want to wait for this one? We'll
Yeah,
go Scumbag.
yeah.
We'll go Scumbag.
Yeah, we'll go Scumbag.
Okay, here we go. Scumbag number 3. Oh my goodness.
There's no way to go wrong with Rick Remender's writing.
Also true.
Eric Powell in the art.
Which is dope. Have you noticed that there's been a different artist every issue?
Yeah, which is
cool.
really, really cool.
So
I wonder if that helps keep it on time and on schedule.
I'll bet it does.
And the colorist, because the thing is, the coloring. Once you know it's Eric Powell,
Right.
you can see it. But the way the coloring is done gives it this other like next level appearance. And
much
Moreno, you did an amazing job,
Good job.
with the coloring.
Great job.
And oh my gosh, because this is the kind of person that
I shouldn't laugh like that, but I can't help it.
they're without spoiling anything. The use of the phrase "cocaine is my sidekick."
That's really
Yeah.
like it paints a picture. It really does.
Like, this is a dude that would have been like the subject of a Motley Crue song, but they're like, "No, that's too much.
That's too close.
Nikki. No, we need something different."
It's too close to home. We don't want this. We don't want this at all. He is literally the worst. Like, even 3 issues in, like, there's nothing that has happened to make him a redeeming character at all. Like, they're holding on to the notion of this guy being a scumbag like eternally. It's not even like, oh, he was a scumbag, but now he's seen the light.
There's no redemptive story arc in Volume 2.
No, there is no Wonderful Life to this at all. He's still like humping the Ghost of Christmas Past, like, I love you. Like, it's so dark. Okay, so the notion of what happens without saying, was it a misinterpretation or did he do that on purpose? What do you think?
Oh, for the No, I think he did it on purpose. I think we find out how the powers work.
Yes.
In this issue, and like when he taps into that,
right?
I think that was his goal the entire time. I really do, which makes him even worse of a human being.
Terrible. He's so terrible. I literally thought that maybe it was a misinterpretation of what was going to happen because he was an idiot and didn't get it. But I like your story better because it's just like, dude,
why would you?
Come on, you can't do that.
Yeah. Like Bob Skeeter. You have to worry about Bob Skeeter and his family. But...
No, he was worried about something else. Totally.
And where the next issue is going to go.
I don't even know. Oh, my God. This one, again, this series, not for the young.
Yeah.
Not for the young. Not for the faint of heart.
Yeah. It is the opposite of Wu-Tang Clan. It is not for the children.
Not for the kids at all. But definitely something to F with. So I definitely agree. Scumbag is something to F with. So F with it. You should. Woo, buddy, this was a good read.
God, it's over.
Like, is it?
It says 404.
It does say 404, but listen.
But,
you can keep counting, okay? Like, I want you to, please. Grendel, Kentucky. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jeff McCumsey, Tommy Lee Edwards. Again, this is a book that I happily admit that I snagged it the first time for the artwork. I was like, yes, this artwork is dope. Tommy Lee Edwards, I love him. 1985, let's go. The story won me over without question.
It takes sort of the same territory that Once in Future Minds, where it's once you figure out the myth or the epic poem or whatever that it's based on, you kind of see where it's going,
right?
But the way Jeff really takes these characters and shapes them in that, because it was advertised as kind of like a grindhouse sort of thing,
right?
And there definitely is that part to it,
that element for sure.
But holy crap!
Yep.
The main character, what she goes through, we find out her past, and all wrapped up with it's on the cover in the rough story of Grendel and Beowulf. Oh my God, so good!
It's amazing. The ending, though, do you think that the ending is why I say, like, is it done? Is it done?
It can't be. Like, here's the thing: I think it's a 4-issue miniseries.
Right.
I could easily see this creative team getting together and doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And considering the reason why, the other thing that I'm saying is I think that the title of this book is in fact a spoiler.
Yeah.
So once you get to that spot and you realize like where this is going, I think this continues.
Yeah.
And I mean, how cool would it be to have one though? Like, it's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, I can't take this to Adrienne because she'll be like, oh, it's so cute. I love it. And I'm like, no, it's bad. And she's like, no, look at it.
It's not Grogu. It's yeah, just don't
do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, you can take that a couple different ways with that.
Right.
And since this world has been designed to be like, there's monsters.
Right.
You can then do other stories about other stuff.
Wendigo, Wisconsin. Let's go. Come on. Make it happen. If that's your next story, I apologize. I didn't mean to spoil.
Our bad.
Yeah, I was just playing around. I didn't mean to get so close. Oops.
They're just all like...
I'm going to cease and desist, like, stop talking. And I'm like, I'm sorry.
And we're just actively right now to like smashing his iPad. Like,
I thought I had something. I'm sorry. Still do it, though. I really want you to. All right, so do we have any of the same up top here?
That's where it gets... What? This is where it gets all... Like, when we say there were a lot of... a very varied... Yeah, we have none that are the same this week for the acrylics.
Okay. I tapped out on the picture of everything else, so please enlighten me on this one.
Yeah, because I had a completely different reaction.
Yeah.
Like, the picture of everything else, number one, Vault Comics. Let's see, open up. Dan Waters, art and colors. Oh, they did both. By Mohan, letters by Bidikar, and Vault Comics. So this has a very old school feel to it.
Very much so.
Like a very Penny Dreadful sort of thing. Like when you're reading the old school like Frankenstein or Bram Stoker's Dracula, how it's got that sort of language and pacing to it. If you don't like that pacing, this is not the comic for you.
Right.
But if you do, this is the comic for you. And it takes the story of some down on their luck painters at the like late 1890s, and they're trying to navigate that world and try to finance what they're doing. And it throws in this element of horror and power that I don't know that anybody having that particular power set can
successfely handle that. Like,
because it's see the problem when you read it, you will understand.
It's hard not to give anything away
because the second that you see what this person does and what they're capable of with
that part, I did flip ahead and I was like, this could be interesting.
Yeah, so it gives takes the concept of art and takes it to the next level and it's like part of reality.
Yes,
and when you're connected to art. Painting or something, because if it's just what if it's not just paintings?
So it takes the statement of art imitates life very literally.
Yes, very much so.
Very literally.
So if you're into that old school gothic horror, this is for you.
See, and it's funny too because like I think I tried to organize the books that I read in like a consumption order, and I think I put that one in the wrong spot.
Possibly, yeah.
Because I literally started with that. So it was right.
Got to break in.
Got to break in. I know. Actually, no. I take that back. I didn't start with that. What happened was I read it after this.
Oh, okay.
So that's really what it was at the top of the pile, but it was after The King in Black #2. Okay. Last issue, some stuff went down in a big bad way. Okay, like the Century, dude. I can't even believe that happened. It's poetic in a way, but wow, that's nutty. So the King in Black story is so interesting because you've got Donny Cates, of course, and Ryan Stegman. Like Cates specifically is writing multiple mythos at two different ends. So him currently writing Thor is one thing, and then there's a need for Thor in this, and that's like, oh, is he seeding something? Is he building something? Like, how is this going to play out? I don't know, and I love it. I'm not the biggest Venom fan. I've said this for a while. Cates has definitely turned me around on that one. The stakes here are insane. Like, the alliances that they've had to, like, figure out, this is going to be a tough one to like, not see the entire Marvel universe reset. Like, it's going to be tough. It does make you wonder, like, okay, so in the scheme of all this, where does Thanos fit? Like,
is he just staying out of it?
Like, that's my question, because I feel like something like this, Thanos would show up and be like, y'all don't get to do this? Like, this is my... what? How dare you? Like, no one gets to kill the Avengers but me. And then we get to see that action. I hope that does happen. Again, I'm sorry if I spoiled it. I'm just telling you what I want.
Donnie Cates just
feed me
an iPad.
Feed me the things that I need in my comic booky spirit. Yeah, but this goes into so many different places. There's like such emotional gravitas to this one.
Yeah.
There's a guy, you know, fairly related to Venom. I feel his impotence, like in this whole situation. Like he wants to do so much, and he's just like, I don't have it. I can't. I don't know what to do. And it's such a good read. So keep reading that because it's good. Yeah, it's really good.
And if you're not familiar with how powerful Null is, I would say Silver Surfer Black is a great trade to pick up just to see.
Yep.
Because it isn't just like, oh, I'm going to take over the Earth.
Right.
Like, no, he's a legitimate cosmic threat.
Yes. Like, literally, the character God, the Thor Butcher.
Yeah.
The sword that he wields used to belong to Null.
Yeah.
That used to be Null's, like, trinket. And dude calls himself the God Butcher because he butchers gods. There you go. Like, and that's Jason Aaron. Like, that wasn't even Donnie Cates. He didn't even build that. Like, that just seated perfectly in there. So, there you go.
All right. We're going to go Behemoth Comics.
Mm-hmm.
A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, #2. Written by Anna Lily Emapour, art by Michael Deweese, lettering by Patrick Brosso, edited by John Conrad and Ben Conrad. So this is based on the indie movie that was out of Iran, where it's a young girl who is a vampire, and she tries to select her victims based on what they've done in their lives. You know, if you're abusive or a bully or threatening,
gotta go.
And it does a this issue does a really good job of kind of giving you this sort of, it's
God, it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and the way they use it's almost like is the paper black,
right?
And the print is white, which might be because the art really lends itself to this sort of gothic, sort of morose sort of thing that
very much so.
You really feel the bleakness.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So we find out why she's where she is at, and like where she's in the Middle East, you know, what her thought process was, because she's chosen that, like to go there. And it's because, you know, a lot of vampire stuff is either just like real, like, oh, woe is me.
That was really creepy. I'm sorry.
No, that particular page is. And we begin to see her psychology behind it, and it is frightening. Like why she's there, how she thinks about stuff, and how she gets to where we're going to find her, you know, feeding. You know, because eventually vampires have to eat.
Yeah.
And so it's also not a book for children because there's the graphic. This isn't Twilight.
No, there is no shiny.
No, we're just Capri Suns for vampires.
And she got a straw for you. Staying into that, you know, somewhat horror bit. Something is Killing the Children, #13. Oh my God, Tinian the Fourth, Deladera, Morito, entirely fantastic creative team. Okay, this issue, it goes down.
Does it?
Oh my God. The House Slaughter is doing their thing, right? They're here to put a stem on the contagion of information, not the monsters, but the contagion of information. As we've seen, this small town gets overrun by these crazy, invisible, carnivorous monsters that are attacking the children because something is killing the children. See how they did that? Yeah. Only these monsters sometimes grow, and they don't just stop at kids. Because why not? Like, we hungry, we gonna eat. You got more meat, I'm gonna eat you. We've got Erica, who is, at this point, she's being confronted by the other members of this order, and it does not go well.
Well, can you say that she's been successful?
Or
is it like, from their point of view, like, you kind of messed up?
Well, here's the thing. Like, everyone has a different agenda and stipulation on what is successful. Erica's mindset is, my job is to kill the monsters. Now, there is a subset. You're supposed to kill the monsters, but not let anyone know that there are monsters, not let anyone know that we exist, so that we can keep doing this. So she's good at the first part.
Yeah.
The other parts, D-. maybe even an F. maybe an F. Maybe an incomplete. Come back around. I think she hit her instructor, so she got sent to juvie, and we're just gonna look at it a different way. But this takes a turn. House Slaughter is not to be messed with, though. We do see some action where you're like, oh. There is a newcomer that we see from House Slaughter, and I am physically afraid of her. Yeah, physically. Like, I see her, and it just kind of,
No.
Because she's hardcore, and she's like wearing like a schoolgirl uniform.
See that? No.
Right? Like, she's hardcore with her knees out, and I don't even understand. I'm like, you're not even worried about scuffing nothing? Like, how dangerous are you? That's up there. Okay, if I can sidetrack for a second. Big fan of the movie. Oh my God, I just said I was a big fan, and I just lost the entire name. The Expendables. There we go. Jason Statham's character shows up to fight some guys at a park, and the thing that nobody recognizes that I immediately took note of this is why you don't fight this guy, is because he showed up in white pants. Anybody that's willing to fight you in white pants knows something. Same thing with a young lady that's willing to fight you like monsters in a short skirt.
No. They're either way too overconfident or they're going to butcher you.
Either way, I'm probably going to die. Like, and I just, even in their overconfidence, I'm probably going to get stabbed in the toe and bleed out. I don't even know.
That's how it goes.
Exactly. So, get that book.
Another one from James, The Department of Truth #4.
He is killing it.
Oh my gosh! All right, so this is if you haven't been hip to it, it is a very refreshing and interesting take on conspiracy theories and how perception creates reality.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. So in this particular issue, because also kind of in terms of talking about information, in this issue they're kind of dealing with the press and what the press is willing to publish news-wise or put out on the airwaves, how that shapes reality.
Ooh.
And this is so good because it takes the whole string of like recent presidential conspiracy theories, we'll say, and kind of sets those up and like, I can't really spoil anything.
Snap.
But if you're a fan of X-Files, but you would like it for it to be a little bit darker,
This is that.
yeah, it's so good. And it's only up to issue 4. So
that's awesome. What is its release schedule? I feel like it comes out a bit more frequently than your average.
I feel like
title.
that too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like maybe it's once every 3 weeks, and then there's which would be the 3 sides of the Illuminati eye.
We just fell into a pit.
Dang it.
We just fell right into it. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, playing upon some conspiracies. Miles to Go #3. B. Clay Moore, Stephen Molnar, Dave Sharp. This one takes a different turn, right? So we've been following the mother-daughter characters in this story so far, but we take a side note and we start sticking with Moses.
Oh, okay.
The ride guy. So we actually get a little backstory on him as they go to a little homegrown spot where they're trying to get some information, get some stuff set up, but he goes to a place where he hasn't been in a long time, and it kind of ruffles some feathers with some of the locals. And you find out very clearly, like, homie has some history in this space, and it's heartbreaking.
Oh, is it?
Oh my God. Like, it's so good. This is like a really smart character break because it's one of those things where, okay, you can have a plot-centric story. Nothing wrong with those, I think, King in Black is going to be very plot-centric because we already know the characters. So we're not really going to take like a sides to find out more about who is this guy and why does he work the way that he does. In many cases, it doesn't matter. I'm just here to kill you. Like, that's just it. But with Moses, they took this time to kind of sidestep and go, let's tell you about this guy.
Yeah.
And those are going to be like the stories that last because now you're going to care about him. And if something happens to Moses, I'm not saying that he deserved it. I'm just saying I'll be upset, okay? Like, come on, don't do that to him because he's such an interesting guy. Like, this really shows it. Like,
he's not just some NPC.
Right. Not at all. Not at all. And that's the most magical part of great storytelling. When you can take time, and again, only issue 3 to go, okay, we know we followed these characters, but let's tell you about this guy and why he is the way he is. And he's responsible for some things that other people don't know. And when that comes out, it's gonna be amazing.
Excellent.
Gonna be amazing. Dude, such a good
right?
week. Such a good week.
It's the 4th of a 5 Wednesday month.
Right?
With 2 holidays.
Come on. And yet, can't stop, won't stop. If you like the books that we checked out, please hit that like button, that thumbs up. We need that goodness, right? And if you want some of this action every week,
hit subscribe and the bell.
Get the notifications. We drops in your DMs. Like a young wonder. Hey. Want to read some books? We read some books.
That's my come hither. I don't know how.
That's the mask one. It was stalling up.
That you can't see.
What you guys don't know is like he just made me pregnant twice just now. You don't even know.
I'm biting a lip. Which lip?
Lip biter.
Is it my lip?
Whoa. Good night, everybody.